Okay, it says to solve for W. First of all, I want you to notice that there is no number in front of W. So when there's no number, it's assumed to be a 1. So we're trying to get the W by itself. So you really don't want to deal with anything on the other side of the equal sign right now. So we don't want to deal with the 229 because we're trying to get the W by itself. So the first thing we have to do is get rid of the number that's with that's not stuck to it. So you do opposites. So this is a positive 9. So the opposite of positive 9 is negative 9. So I'm going to put a negative 9 on both sides. Now I can take this away so we can see what we're doing. Okay, when you do that, opposites cancel. Bring down the negative 1W equals 229. Take away 9 is 220. Now the W is still not by itself. It's got a negative 1 with it and it's stuck together. When it's stuck together, it's being multiplied. Negative 1 times W. So the opposite of multiply is divide. You want to divide by everything that's stuck to W. When you do that, top cancels with bottom if it's the exact same thing. Now on this right hand side, there's a negative on the bottom, but there's no negative on the top to cancel it out. It takes two negatives to cancel. So my answer is going to stay negative. 220 divided by 1 is 220. So W is negative 220. For the next one, we're solving for Y. There's no number in front of Y, so it's assumed to be a 1. So the first thing we want to do is look at what's on the same side of the equal sign as that. There is a positive 1. So you've got to do the opposite. The opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. And negative and subtracting are the same thing. So opposites cancel. Bring down the negative 1y, because we haven't dealt with that yet, equals 227 minus 1 is 226. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. Top cancels with bottom. Y equals, the negative doesn't have another negative to cancel it out. So the answer is negative. 226 divided by 1 is 226. The next one has a negative 1 in front of the U. So we've got to get rid of a positive 194. So that's going to be a negative 194. Okay, 92 take away 194. The signs are different. This is positive and this is negative. So when the signs are different, you find the difference. You have to subtract. So let's do the largest number first, 194, and we're going to subtract 92 from that. So 4 take away 2 is 2, and that's 0 and 1, so 102. The largest number is negative. That means your 102 is negative. Equals, top cancels with bottom, negative 1u. Now this is negative 1 times u, so the opposite of times is divide. Divide both sides by negative 1. Now you do have two negatives, top and bottom, so they cancel each other out. So my answer is going to be positive. 102 divided by 1 is 102 equals top cancels with bottom, u, and you're finished.